Not that we haven't already given you enough to play with, but here are a few other quick ways for you to create games using some other common leftover items. And the first one involves remnants of linoleum flooring and a little tidbit on linoleum versus vinyl flooring. Linoleum, true linoleum, is actually a natural material made out of natural things. Vinyl flooring, which sometimes is referred to as linoleum at a home improvement store, is actually the stuff that is made out of the less than friendly things. But either way, this is a great way to repurpose any remnants that you have, keep them out of the landfill. It's a very flexible, pliable material, and it works well for outdoor things like game mats. That's what I like to use any leftover pieces for. I like to create game mats for my tables because you can cut them to any shape or size of table that you have. If you have a picnic table, a large patio table, the smaller side tables, and all you do is you can either measure out to cut it to size. If it's a smaller piece, I just set it right on my flooring, trace around it. And you don't need any special tools or anything to work with this material. Just a sharp X-Acto knife or a pair of scissors, and you can cut it to the shape that you need. Very easy stuff to work with, and even your leftover pieces, you can keep cutting them down to create coasters and placemats, all kinds of interesting things, and not a piece of it will go to waste. Then what I do is working on the back side of the material. I like to prime it, and you can just use leftover primer that you have from any house painting that you did. You can use gesso. This is really a nice surface to paint on. And then once you have it primed and that is dry, then what I do is come back in, decide what type of game board design and things that I want on it. And I use artist acrylics to paint on it. They're a very durable paint, but you can create all kinds of different game mats for pretty much any table that you have anywhere. And this is also a great material to leave outdoors. When you're done with them, you can of course just roll them up and store them. Or if you do want to leave them outside, I do recommend going over your paint job with some sort of a green clear coat sealer that's suitable for outdoors. That'll protect your design and you'll be able to play on your mats for a very long time. Another fun thing to repurpose are old ceramic tiles, big ones, small ones, and they are very easy to turn into tabletop game boards by simply using, this is pinstriping tape that you can find at any automotive store, and it's really, it has a good adhesive on it, and it's perfect for mapping out the game board designs that you want on the ceramic tiles. And you want to work with a tile that has a fairly smooth surface. It doesn't have to be the glossy. It can have a little bit of texture, but if you get into slate and that, it sometimes can be a little bit too rough to use as a game board. And this tape makes a really quick, easy job out of it for people. And like I said, it's very durable and long lasting. You can have some fun with the different types of game boards that you map out. If you need to cut out other shapes and elements, contact paper is a great material to use for that. And then once you have your, design all in place, you can add some feet to the bottom using found objects, old wooden knobs, any other little wooden materials that you have. Just glue them into place. That way it just raises it off the surface a little bit. It's not necessary. It just makes it a little easier for you to pick them up and move them around. And that pinstriping tape actually comes in a variety of different colors and different widths, so you can really have some fun creating a variety of different style games. For your game pieces, I just use, you can use bottle caps, gemstones, rocks from outside. And one final thing that is very easy for people to create is pickup sticks. And there are a lot of different ways you can go about creating them. You can use some leftover bamboo skewers that you have or chopsticks. You can use leftover wooden dowels. You could even go outside and peel the bark back off of a bunch of straight branches. You can also have some fun creating oversized pickup sticks by using the larger wooden dowels. And if you're working with the bamboo skewers or the smaller diameter, you can just sharpen the ends of them using a pencil sharpener and then kind of blunt them out at the end. And for your larger ones, you just need to sand down the ends of them, and you can do that by hand, or a benchtop sander makes a very quick and easy job out of it. just keep it turning as you're sanding it, and you don't have to taper them down to a really sharp point, especially if little kids are going to be playing with it. Just taper it down to a nice blunt end to it. You'll then just paint them according to the colors that you need for pickup sticks, and whenever you create anything oversized, that just adds to the fun, and you can really have as much fun creating these games and coming up with all of the different things that you can repurpose as you will playing them. So let the fun and games begin at your house.